Hey now, that airplane was fiery, but mostly peaceful, and more importantly, not racist or homophobic. Welcome back, beautiful and amazing human beings. My name is Luke here of wearechange.org. Guys, of course, we have a lot of absolutely crazy, wild, and bewildering news to get into today, as of course the situation just got a little bit more complex, and we're going to be doing everything in our power to try to explain it to you as best as we can, as of course we have a very crazy election cycle and some very interesting moves being made in Poland right now with Elon Musk and Ben Shapiro visiting some very interesting places that, of course, has a lot of implications. We're going to be talking about that, plus a lot more, all here on this independent media broadcast. If you like the shirt that I'm wearing, you can get it on thebestpoliticalshirts.com. And the clip that we played in the beginning of this broadcast was originally shared by @VoxOcoli, and it does look from the branding that this is their actual original video. I never really heard of them. They're calling themselves a politically homeless satire queen, and if that's the case, they deserve a follow, as their latest iteration of the very woke and diverse airline industry is perfectly represented by their meme video, which I thought was just very beautifully made. Go check them out. If they have a YouTube channel, we will be linking them down in the description below. If not, just check them out on Twitter @VoxOculi, as it appears on screen right now, as of course we need to support our independent content creators and meme makers more than ever, as of course Bidenomics has been pretty tough on everyone, especially when it comes to this federal government literally prioritizing woke, equity, diverse nonsense over, crazy things like qualifications, skills, experience, the ability to actually get things done efficiently. Yeah, that's just a crazy idea, as of course, more and more we are finding out about the ever so growing incompetencies when it comes to the airline industry that automatically everyone now is pointing to directly the woke efforts that might or might not be tied to it, as of course the airline industry has recently lost their mind and they're deciding to put people in charge of your health, safety, and well-being that aren't the best qualified, but were just born with a specific skin color that the airline industry now likes a lot. This, as a New York City bound flight today was canceled when passengers actually noticed that there were missing bolts on the plane wing, which, were supposed to be there, and they weren't. Another person flying around all the time is, of course, the former president of the United States, Donald Trump, that now, on the eve of the New Hampshire primary, will have to be flying back and forth to New York City as the judge proceeding over the E. Jean Carroll defamation case has decided to postpone and delay court proceedings until the New Hampshire primary because of allegedly one of the jurors getting sick. This, as of course, this is also the same judge that decided not to postpone the trial because of a funeral for Donald Trump's family, and now is doing so because of an alleged positive case of an illness that the tests have been coming back with very conflicting data on them for. This, as of course, now the race is between Donald Trump and this person of color, man, that is going on national television and making sure everyone realizes, hey, this clearly white-looking woman right here was discriminated against because she's a person of color, as a lot of people are kind of asking themselves, what's really going on here? As this is what Nikki Haley had to say recently.
If you want to know what it was like growing up, I was disqualified from a beauty pageant because I wasn't white or black, because they didn't know where to put me. So look, I know the hardships, the pain that come with racism.
Leaving a lot of people asking themselves, she's saying all the things that the Democrats love to hear, as many Democrats are switching their primaries political affiliation and actually deciding to vote for her. And after watching that video and seeing pictures from her in high school, was it really because they couldn't determine if she was white or black? Or was there more to this particular story that, of course, now she is highlighting and running with for, of course, BlackRock, State Street, DEI, social credit score systems that she's trying to take advantage of. This, as of course she is now criticizing the former president of the United States for, quote, buddying up with the dictators, as this neoconservative bloodthirsty war hawk essentially has been doing the larger bidding of the military-industrial complex. And if she is able to become president of the United States, you could bet your bottom dollar the possibilities of a full, all-out global conflict increase tremendously. This, as of course, Ron DeSantis, the governor of Florida, and Vivek Ramaswamy all kind of realized the larger battle here that's happening between the establishment and the anti-establishment. All also understood that they had no path to victory. They bowed out of the presidential election as they both announced this on X, the social media platform of Elon Musk that is now recently being questioned as there's some rumors of a lot of online spicy accounts being censored. We're going to be talking about that in just a little bit, but that's one reason out of many reasons why I am very happy to have LukeUnfilteredDotCom. Again, say what you may about the alternatives. They are under attack. They are facing a lot of scrutiny. And the best way to kind of move forward, in my opinion, is decentralized micro groups of supporters who, of course, allow, initiate, and finance independent media organizations. And you could do that right now by signing up to LukeUnfiltered.com. We have 3 classes of memberships, 3 ways to sign up. As of course, you could sign up for as little as $8 a month. We also have premium memberships that really do give you an exclusive behind-the-scenes look, consultations, AMAs, questions, answers, all that, plus a bag of chips for $99 a month. Again, wherever you feel comfortable signing up, sign up right now on LukeUnfiltered.com. We have the link down in the description below. And when you do, you get incredible offers of value that are only available to you as a member. 3 masterclasses, a forum, a members-only store, the crap list, the seed oil cards, 10 years plus of videos specifically highlighting important content that is centered towards making you the best, strongest, most resilient person that you could be. All that information. The video that I'm going to be doing today, trust me, we're getting into some important topics that sadly we cannot discuss here on this particular broadcast, as of course there's also some personal stuff that I like to share only for members, highlighting some really fun topics and discussions that I could only share on LukeUnfiltered.com. As of course, right after this video, we're going to have a special report just for members of LukeUnfiltered.com, and I look forward to, of course, having your participation, your eyes, your ears, which I value dramatically, as if it wasn't for your support, and we need your support more than ever right now. If it wasn't for you right now signing up to LukeUnfiltered.com, I wouldn't be able to be here, and I predominantly am because of your help, your direct support, and it means the world for me to have it, and I take it very seriously. And this is why we're going to have another very special report right after this one, as of course there's still a lot of things to get into, as a lot of people today are talking about Elon Musk hanging out with Ben Shapiro, specifically in Poland, visiting the Auschwitz concentration camp in that country. This is, I think it's important to provide some context about my own personal experiences before going on and describing this story, as of course I am Polish. I was born and raised in Poland, and I had family that was, of course, affected by the tumultuous, crazy history that has happened in that particular country. This is why the Polish people really don't like the far left or the far right, as of course my family faced the brunt of all of these horrible ideologies that, of course, really boiled down to statism and statists violating the non-aggression principle and forcing their ideas through brute aggression on everybody else in the most horrible and disgusting ways. As, of course, my family also was put in one of these concentration camps, specifically the Stutthof concentration camp in northern Poland. As, of course, the topic with this particular discussion is not a very easy one to discuss, since a lot of people usually like to jump to a lot of controversial topics surrounding this entire incident, which, of course, we will not be getting into today. It is also important to note that we have a lot of different political disagreements with Ben Shapiro of the Daily Wire, who, of course, represents more of an establishment wing of the Republican political ideology that, of course, we routinely counter ourselves here on this show. This, as the Daily Beast is reporting, that this trip is specifically after Elon Musk apologized for, quote, allegedly boosting anti-Semitic conspiracy theories, as Elon Musk also took part in the Jewish Association EJA event in Poland that specifically addressed the larger issues when it came to anti-Semitism. This as during the conference with a talk that happened between Ben Shapiro, Elon Musk described how X has a lot less anti-Semitism than, of course, all the other content on all the other big tech social media platforms that usually don't face the same kind of scrutiny that he does. As it's also important to know that all the other big tech social media companies like, YouTube, that's associated with Google, and Alphabet, like Facebook, that is also associated with a lot of other government finances and secret projects, Amazon, that is also working with the CIA and Pentagon, all have extensive government ties that cooperate and work with each other in a very cohesive way. As of course, Elon Musk, when purchasing Twitter, released a lot of very interesting files highlighting a very inappropriate relationship with big tech and big government. Ever since then, the platform has been readily more free, has allowed more conversations to take place, and has allowed people to have political voices that they were previously denied of having before. And in response to this, Elon Musk was accused of spreading anti-Semitism, which was a misnomer. It wasn't true. He was allowing people to talk to each other. Any form of hatred, any form of bigotry is absolutely wrong. Yeah, but you look at the world, especially if you travel the world, there's a lot of that. Yes, we could say it's wrong. How do you approach this problem? Well, with a clear, honest, real conversation, which Elon Musk actually facilitated and then was heavily criticized for doing so. As of course, not so long ago, he had a big trip over to Israel where he was visiting with Benjamin Netanyahu, touring around the kibbutz and the cities that were previously targeted by Hamas. A lot of people believed that what he was doing here was pandering. He was even asked about this specific question if he was deliberately doing these shows of displays in order to try to bring back advertisers on his platform, since many advertisers did pull out because of these fake rumors, these fake allegations against him. Elon Musk does these trips. He's asked, are you doing these trips to bring back advertisers? And he responded with, go F yourself to the advertisers that, of course, were boycotting him. And then after that, he brought back Alex Jones on the platform and allowed him to have a voice, which he still, to this day, speaks very prominently on. As of course, this advertisement boycott was facilitated by organizations like the ADL that lied about Twitter, lied about what was happening on the social media platform, and of course, emotionally manipulated people while working behind the scenes with other NGOs and nonprofit organizations and competitors of Elon Musk to set up an advertiser boycott, which they did successfully. And I mention this once again since a lot of people are now accusing Elon Musk of the same thing, saying specifically that he is trying to win back a lot of the larger advertisers here and to push back against many of the false claims made against him. Other people are also criticizing Elon Musk and saying specifically, hey, if you're going to be visiting all these traumatic sites linked to, of course, the Jewish people and their struggles, when are you going to be doing this for, of course, the Palestinians? Some people are saying that's a false equivalency here. Some people are saying the two are unrelated. Some people are saying they are related. And of course, the conversation has started, and some of the most radical, craziest voices are dominating the conversation, which is absolutely sad here. As I think it's also important to note some of the comments made by Elon Musk here during his talk at this conference, as he criticized the media industry that, of course, has been against him recently, even going out and specifically asking if he just wants a handful of people deciding what people can and cannot think, deciding what's important and what's not important, as he described that there needs to be a larger decentralized role here when it comes to the media and entertainment industry.
For newspapers in America, there are about 5 editors that decide what gets put on the front page, or what to focus on or what not to focus on, and most of the other papers just copy them essentially. So, but is that really what we want? Do we want just a handful of people deciding what they think is important, or should it be that the people decide what's important? And I think it should be sort of an organic thing where the people decide what's important and what to focus on, not just a handful of editors. Yeah, they don't like the fact that this power has been taken away from them, but I think it should be.
Now, what do you make of Elon Musk's comments here, his trip here? Is he pandering? What's the larger meaning? What's the larger ramifications of all of this? Well, sound off down in the comment section below. As of course, on Twitter, there's some chatter going on right now about some people allegedly being censored for their criticism of Israel. I haven't been able to independently verify this myself, or to even what extent it's actually happening right now. But if it is, that sounds very troubling, as of course, nothing should be too sacred to not be able to criticize. As of course, free speech is absolutely critical. It is absolutely essential. It is something that we need to be standing behind, no matter who or what is being criticized or even poked fun at or even laughed at. This is why gestures, this is why comedians are so important towards, of course, pushing an Overton window, starting conversations, easing tensions, and of course, bringing more harmony to our society that, in my opinion, is thrown into chaos through censorship. How is Twitter going to be moving forward from all of this, carefully having a balance from individuals who want them to censor criticism and those who, of course, just want free speech? Well, that's something that is what we are going to be keeping a close eye on. So far, just being absolutely honest, Twitter has done an incredible job comparatively to all the other big tech social media companies, and we hope they do continue the incredible work that they've been doing moving forward in a positive way, allowing more conversations to take place rather than, of course, stopping them and denying them. That's just my old 2 cents here. If you found it reasonable, if you found it interesting, if you found it something that other people should consider themselves, share this video with your friends and family members. I got one more video coming your way right now on LukeUnfiltered.com. I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for you guys signing up, sharing this video, and because you do, this is why I love you guys. Stay tuned for more here on wearechange.org.